Hey everyone, today we're going to be taking a look at the Alpaka Metro Backpack Pro, which is an interesting addition to the company's impressive lineup of tech and everyday bags. I recently took a look at the Vertex pouch from Alpaka, which I was really impressed by, and in the past I've enjoyed using bags like the Elements Backpack Pro, and so I was excited when Alpaka announced this larger version of the Metro Backpack. The original one was a little too small for what I typically like to use, so I didn't end up checking that one out, but this one definitely seemed like a pretty cool alternative, and in this video I'm going to be talking about what it's been like to test it over the past couple of weeks. I'll show you how I've loaded it out, walk through all the features, and I'll also talk about how it compares to some of the other similar bags that are currently on the market. Before jumping into the video, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Danny, and on this channel we love reviewing popular travel and everyday carry gear. If you like these types of videos and you'd be interested in seeing more, please consider subscribing as it helps the channel out a lot. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and jump in. Starting off with the overall aesthetic, the bag has a pretty minimal and techy appearance, which feels a little more subdued than some of the other bags in Alpaka's lineup. So I really like the style here. It's going to be very versatile and blend into a lot of different environments. It's definitely something that I'd be comfortable taking into the office, but also using it for traveling, walking around the city, or even taking into the outdoors. As far as the materials, the bag feels really solidly built. It's offered in a couple of different fabrics. The version that I have here is VX42 X-Pack, which is going to offer plenty of durability and weather resistance. You can see the X-Pack texture along the exterior, which I really like. And then it's also going to help prevent the bag from feeling too heavy. And beyond that, you just have really solid components all throughout. Hypalon zipper pulls, really nice webbing, and then really smooth working and reliable YKK zippers all throughout with aqua guarded protection on some of the compartments. Continuing along the outside of the bag, no external water bottle pockets on this one, which I was a little bit sad to see. On the branding front, things are kept really minimal. No large logos along the front or sides. And then at the top, you have a very nice carrying handle. It's got kind of the seatbelt-like material, nice amount of padding so it feels comfortable even when the bag is a little bit more loaded out. And then the last thing I'll mention while we're talking about the exterior is whether the bag stands up well on its own. Because of the shape, I found this to be a little bit inconsistent when it's loaded out and you have the laptop in there and all the weight is distributed. It can stand up on its own, but it does tend to lean forward a little bit, and so once you start kind of shifting things around, I have noticed that it can tip over, so I typically end up leaning this for a little bit more peace of mind. As far as the capacity, on the company's site, the bag is listed at about 24 liters, similar to what people called out with the Elements Pro Backpack. This feels a little bit more compact than other 24 liters bags. To me, this feels closer to 22 liters maybe, and so it's always tricky to gauge the volume across different brands. Everybody calculates it differently. In general, it's a good daily bag size. I was able to hold the majority of the items that I typically like to carry with me. It doesn't feel overwhelmingly big or bulky, and it's going to be great for navigating crowded areas, jumping onto public transit, and carrying onto pretty much any domestic or international airline. Continuing with the harness system, so far the bag has been pretty comfortable to wear. The padding that's included here feels comfortable and soft. It's a little less robust than the padding on some of Alpaka's other bags like the Elements Pro, and it's different too. Those had kind of the ridge style of padding, which didn't work well for everybody. Some people found that uncomfortable, so this is a little bit more traditional. Feels nice. These straps also have a pretty good width to help prevent the bag from digging into your shoulders when it's a little bit more packed out. And then you also have a couple of attachment points on these straps where you can hang your sunglasses or clip on additional accessories, as well as an adjustable and removable sternum strap with a magnetic buckle. Moving into the back paneling, this has also felt pretty comfortable. You have a nice amount of padding that's well distributed throughout the back. Feels a little bit more rigid than the one that's on the straps, and a little bit different from the Elements Pro, which did have more of a breathable mesh, which I really liked, but still, good amount of padding. You have a little bit of elevation here to create this air channel to provide you with ventilation while you're walking around throughout the day. And then you also have a nice luggage pass-through that's going to allow you to rest this on a suitcase while traveling to save some weight on your back. Jumping into the organizational options, on the front you have a nice quick access pocket with the large vertical zipper. This is going to be great for swinging the bag around and reaching into this area without taking the bag all the way off. Aqua guarded zipper here, so extra protection, which is great to see. And you have a good bit of volume, so I like that this is able to handle some bulkier items. It's not a super flat compartment. You also see the high contrast lining on the inside, so good amount of visibility. and also some internal organization. So jumping into the items that I currently have here, first up, Alpaka's admin pouch, just kind of resting there. And then you have some slip pockets here along the back that offer a good bit of space. And this one here at the top, I have my sunglasses with their case. Then you have a couple of smaller pockets for something like a pen or a stylus. And at the bottom, another slightly larger slip pocket where I was able to place my Tom Bin Ghost Whale pouch. And in this compartment, you also have a nice tether. That's gonna be a great spot to attach your keys. A multi-tool, it's got this magnetic accessory that Alpaka has started incorporating into some of their other bags. So quick release so that you can easily access your keys or whatever you have attached here when you need to. On the back of the bag, you have a hidden zippered pocket. That's gonna be a good spot for something a little bit more sensitive, like some documentation, a wallet, cash. I just have a field notes notebook in here to showcase the space, but it's a pretty spacious compartment, so you could maybe put a couple of different things in here. I wouldn't put anything bulkier as it would press up against your back, but always great to have some of these more hidden compartments to give you a little bit more peace of mind. And then you also have a dedicated laptop compartment. Well protected zipper here. You have the dual zipper pulls. It's a top loading compartment, so it doesn't open up fully flat or anything like that. And then nice amount of space here. You have a tablet sleeve and a laptop sleeve. So great to see a dedicated tablet area to keep it separate from your device. This one isn't completely padded, but it does offer at least the ability to grab your device quickly. I have an iPad mini in here with my case. I was able to fit it with the laptop pretty comfortably. The laptop sleeve is a little bit more padded, which is nice to see. It's also got a soft kind of fleece lining on both sides. It's a little pulled up off the bottom of the ground, not quite as much as the Elements Pro, but still there's a little bit of a gap. And then this should be able to handle a 15 or 16 inch laptop comfortably. Currently what I have is my 14 inch MacBook Pro. You can see the leftover space here and very easy to remove my device. Now with the compartment empty, you can get a better look at the inside. And so this does come up a decent amount. So if you happen to have a thicker device, it should be able to fit in here comfortably. And with the amount of padding that's offered here and the fact that it's pulled up a little bit off the bottom of the ground, it feels like my device is gonna be safe while I'm on the go. And then taking a look at the main compartment, this doesn't have a full clamshell style opening per se, but the zippers do go down a pretty good amount. No aqua guard on the zippers for the main compartment. They do have this sort of flap that comes over to give you a little bit more protection. So interesting choice there. I have seen that on other bags. And then you can open this up and it's still a pretty wide opening so you can see what's on the inside. You have this large spacious area on the back that works well with my typical modular setup. You can start to see how the space here again doesn't feel quite as large as other 24-liter bags, but I was still able to fit my Beat Studio wireless headphones. I have the Lockbee pouch that has a lot of my tech and EDC items, and then I also have the Alpaka Vertex pouch, which I did a full review on if you want to check that out. It's a nice kind of alternative to the Evergood Civic Access pouch 2 liters, which I also use pretty regularly, but I have been liking the Vertex pouch quite a bit. And then now with this compartment empty, you can get a better look at the back. And so you do have some rows of webbing that work well with Alpaka's ecosystem of accessories. You can clip things on. They have a lot of magnetic kind of combinations where you can clip on the clip and then remove the magnetic piece and grab whatever you need to. And then with this layout here, this is something I could use for minimal travel if I wanted to toss in a pack and cube, my DOP kit, and be able to use this for a weekend trip. And then on the lid for this main compartment, you have some built-in organization, a couple of taller slip pockets, which I think are always interesting. They adapt well for something like the Evergood's Civic Access pouch half liter and other pencil case type pouches that are a little taller. So it worked well for that, great for charging cables and such. I was also able to store my 20-ounce water bottle in here comfortably. And it is separate from the laptop compartment, which is good to see. So although it's not ideal as far as not being an external water bottle area, nice amount of space here. And these aren't elastic, but I like how much they come up, so they'll give you flexibility with what you can store. And then at the top, you have an additional zippered compartment with this nice kind of softer material, good bit of volume. So another kind of awesome quick access area since it's near the top. At the moment in here, I just have a couple of retractable cables, HDMI, USB-C, and then I have my Apple Magic Mouse. So, really nice layout in this main area. Doesn't go overboard as far as the organization, but pretty effective. I like the quick access pocket, the laptop area, and just a pretty versatile, sleek tech bag. If you're looking for something with Alpaka's typical quality and style that's gonna offer a nice bit of versatility, and this is gonna be a really interesting option to take a look at. And so to wrap up, it's been a pretty good experience testing out the Metro Backpack Pro over the past couple of weeks. You can currently pre-order this on the company site. It's gonna come in at around $195 for the pre-order, and then the regular pricing is gonna be around $230. The pricing is gonna vary a little bit depending on the fabric that you choose to go with. And in general, definitely not a cheap bag by any means. It is a bit of an investment. It feels like you are getting a solidly built bag with a nice feature set, but there's also gonna be some other great bags in this price range that may be worth considering. And so as I was testing this out, the first bag this made me think of is the Alpaka Elements Backpack Pro, which I really enjoyed using. The layout on that one is going to be a little bit different. It has the dual external water bottle pockets. It's a top loading bag. The laptop sleeve is built into the main compartment. It doesn't have the dedicated laptop area like this one, but it's got a really nice organizational layout. The laptop sleeve on that one feels a little bit more protective in my opinion, and I also really like the harness system on that. It just feels a little more robust. So, in general, it offers a similar build quality, very, very kind of sleek, modern, techie aesthetic. But if you're looking for something with a more, I guess, traditional layout, or that's just gonna give you some of the things that might not be present on this one, then the Elements Pro is gonna be a great option to take a look at. Another bag this made me think of is the Air City Pack Pro, which is one of my go-to tech and EDC recommendations. I really love the modern, sleek aesthetic of that bag. It's got a great organizational layout, dedicated, well-padded and suspended laptop sleeve, really comfortable harness system, water bottle pocket, luggage pass-through, so checking off a lot of the same boxes as this one here. It comes in a similar size range as well, 24 liters, got the full clamshell style opening, so it's gonna be able to hold a good amount. And if you like Air's aesthetic and you're looking for something very durable and comfortable, then that's gonna be a great option to take a look at. And then the last option that I'll mention here is the Evergood CPL24, which has been one of my favorite EDC bags of the past couple of years. Really love the more subdued crossover aesthetic of that bag. It doesn't look as sleek per se, but it's a very versatile appearance, really solid build quality. I like the harness system on that one. It's been updated to be a little bit more breathable over the past few years. It's got a nice organizational layout, one of my favorites, dedicated laptop compartment, really great pocket layout. At 24 liters, it's a great versatile size. It's also offered in a 28 and 16 liter size, so you have a little bit of flexibility depending on what's gonna match up best with your needs. It doesn't have the external water bottle pockets or anything like that, so that's part of what reminded me of that bag when I was using the Metro backpack. So if you're looking for something with kind of a similar layout, but that's gonna offer a different aesthetic, then that's gonna be a fantastic option to keep in mind. With that being said, the Metro Backpack Pro holds up pretty well against all those options, and if you like Alpaka's style and ecosystem and you're looking for an EDC and tech bag that's gonna offer a nice amount of comfort and organization, this is gonna be an interesting option to take a look at. And I'm definitely curious to hear what you all think of the Metro Backpack Pro and how it compares to some of the other popular tech bags that are currently on the market. And if there's any similar options that you think that I should check out, as always, please let me know in the comments. And I want to thank Alpaka for sending the bag for me to test out, and to you guys for watching and supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like, and if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any upcoming videos, and we'll see you in the next one.